red Solo cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
Guys, Tuesday, we're actually having a blizzard. We're supposed to get between 8 and 12 inches of snow. And what's really funny is a lot of people that I've run across today act like this is some kind of freaking surprise. Well, welcome to Duluth, Minnesota. This month is actually the snowiest month on record as far as history for this area. I guess people just don't think about it or remember it because it's so close to, you know, you'll get a 12-inch snowfall, and then the following day it'll be, you know, 45 degrees and it'll all be gone. It's always a little different when you get 18 inches of snow followed by, you know, 2 weeks of negative 35. That's something different. You're number one. I guess this goes out to the ATF. I've had several people ask me to comment on the Aries armor incident. What can I say? What can I say? Just more proof that this fucking pathetic piece of shit government thinks that we're just the minions and they can just walk all over us. That can only happen if you give them the power. And I think enough of us are getting fed up with it. I mean, they look like they're floating. They had a court order that they violated. Yeah, probably nothing will happen because it's government. We're getting more and more like all of the shit that our founding fathers were escaping from. And it's happening here. I am a firm believer that our country will be destroyed, or at least the challenge to destroy it will always come from within. And the Obama administration is a great example of destruction and stealing freedom. But let's just, there's my comments on that. Licher, Oktoberfest. Of course, PA Brew News Paul had a comment about me cannibalizing German pronunciation. Who gives a shit? And the bottle top looks something like this. And we're going to open it with the DJ Alkaline opener. So halfway through it's probably going to get real gay. Oh, and I didn't even get a glass. Talk about not being prepared. Just in case, let's use the flavor enhancing glass. And on there's a bigger bottle. 500 milliliters. 1 pint and 9 fluid ounces. Which means if it's good, there's a bunch of it. If it's bad, there's a bunch of it. This one comes by way of Ed, USFA or USAF Ed. He's a good guy. Just basically started making videos. They're good. It's always cool when you're interacting with other channels and they also happen to, you know, make videos. Well, had a good color. A little carbonation going on there. Has kind of a, not quite, it wouldn't be fair to say skunky, but it has a little bit of that kind of typical of a lot of the German beers that I've had. We'll see. Oktoberfest beers are usually pretty good. I like the malts and the characteristics of most of them. But cheers, guys. Let's see how this one is. Yeah, it's definitely definitely doesn't have any skunkiness in the taste. It has that heavier, that kind of a edginess to it. Like I said, if you had an Oktoberfest, you'd you'd know. It's good. Of course, it's kind of thirsty right now, and it's the first beer I've had. A little bit of a caramel sweetness to it. One of those. This is one of those ones. Uh, little mom and pop shop place that we go. They did for a month. They did an Oktoberfest theme, and this is something that we go good with. A lot of the things that were on that particular menu. Uh, is it something exceptional? You know, where would I put it on the E scale? Gosh, I hope HempSeedAddict leaves like 27 comments on this video. Something like this on the E scale. This would I would classify as is something that could be like a daily drink. It definitely has more edge, more flavor than your typical domestic. So, all things, once again, I always put that on that caveat. All things being equal, let's just say that a bottle of that is, within a buck or so of an equally priced or equal quantity of a domestic. You definitely would want to go, well, at least I would want to go this route because I like the little bit more flavor, the flavor that it has to it. So, for what it is, it's not bad. I would say it's a good beer, and I'd give it a 6 on the E scale. I mean, kind of is what it is. Not to like pick on them, but like for instance, like Deviant Dales or the Dales Pale Ale, something like that. Again, that's like a high end pilsner or something, but it's kind of still a pilsner. I mean, versus if you're gonna treat yourself, and have the opportunity to get something like the Vampire Slayer or something like that, it's just but no, this is one of those ones where we kind of went there quite a few times, and I had I think 4 different Oktoberfest beers that were featured, and it's one of those things where it's always cool to try stuff. So thank you, Ed. This one is not bad at all. Evidently not, because made fast work of it. Alcohol percentage does not say on here. I would take a guess and say it's probably like in the mid 4s. Okay, so what should we look at tomorrow? I'm assuming that you'll see a brew review tomorrow. Considering I'll just be doing the reverse of what I did before I came down here and did this one. We're getting a new dishwasher delivered tomorrow. Trust me when I say, I'd really like to say that the money that I spent on the dishwasher, I wish I could tell you I spent it on a firearm, but I don't know. It is what it is. Cha-ching! The plastic. And hopefully, She looks like she's enjoying that beer. Hopefully, Obama doesn't take all my money. And my plan is to, put it on a credit card and pay it off right away. That's what I've really been trying very hard lately. Beat them at their interest game. I gotta say, that's one thing I have done, even in the whole, layoff thing, is to stay on top of all that stuff. It's pretty cool when you can, charge something at Best Buy on a 16 or an 18 month with no interest, and get it paid off before that interest is up. I've now done that on 3 major purchases. So the last one, according to the statement, would have been $380 something in interest that they didn't get. Okay, tomorrow, keep moving. I should just put this someplace else. Keep moving. I'm sorry. I have to admit, I'm really looking forward to putting that the AR-22 kit together. I tell you, I don't know when the company traded owners or what exactly had happened. I missed the comment from my buddy Matt at ATI. I mean, it has been such an absolutely outstanding company. And yeah, someone like Chuck is going to say, well, that's because they send you stuff, but they send me stuff. Why? I mean, it's just like, you'll call one company, not to pick on them, but, for like the shoot this year, we're always looking to see if, they can save a little bit of money on ammo or shooting supplies. And one of the companies, Jeremy, Pre-Dawn Death, bought a bunch of AR steel and some shepherd's hooks and sent them up here because he wants me to give them a try, make sure they're going to work. So like a good idea doesn't turn into a bad idea when everybody's here. And he ordered all that stuff through shootsteel.com, and I contacted them, and I'm just not big enough of a deal that Shoot Steel would like to donate some steel to our shoot. And it's just like, okay, In the Red donated 225 pounds of explosives last year, and all of the boys showed their respects by doing a video for them. That is a buttload of free advertising. I'm just so amazed that some companies just don't get the whole YouTube thing. It's like, if you want to run an advertisement, how much are you going to pay for that spot to say show up 5 or 10 times for a month? When us guys do a video for these companies, I don't take my videos down unless something happens. I've had some contest entries. I remember doing one for an old friend, and I actually, in my video, I played his video, and I got flagged for the music. It was never an issue with him, but I got flagged for his music, so afterwards I just pulled it and I took it down. And I've done some entries in the past where I just wanted to have fun with it, and I used video from a movie and music from a movie, and I didn't care. Flag me. I had it as my show of support for somebody, and when their contest was over, because it was flagged, I just pulled it down. But some of these companies get it and some don't. And ATI, and especially Matt with ATI, it's just been such a great guy. I mean, he sent the stuff to do my Sporter project for the Mosin. And that stock, I actually really like that Monte Carlo stock. He sent the this kit to do this. Well, I guess the camera's not even aimed there. He sent this kit of theirs, and the bipod and all that, and then he turns around and tells me to have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and there'd be a little something in the mail on Monday for me, and lo and behold, it's the that kit. And these kits aren't cheap. I mean, this is I believe this will run you $190. But I tell you, just taking a look at it, that free float handguard is the 8-sided one, and that is aluminum. It's the same grade as the one that they sent for Christine's future build. You know, it started off as her bling bling gun, and then we got screwed over by that piece of shit company. I mean that questionable company, Arguns. So the project never took place. But you know, I've got that handguard, and this I'll show you will be the same thing. It's got that cool spiky end cap. So I'm not, but hopefully I'll be able to get this started sooner than later. But I don't want to cannibalize this. I really like this kit and I want to keep it. So it's going to require me to get another 1022. So yeah. So hats off to ATI. You want to go to their site and check out what they have. There's a company that I feel is worth talking about. A little inside thing. Showed you guys the grip. They sent a AR-15, their Scorpion grip. He just wanted Matt and the ATI wanted to contribute to the mystery AR build. Well, I didn't. I wasn't quite. Yeah, they sent black by accident. It's supposed to be the tan to match the rest of the kit. And I talked to Matt today, and I'm just like, dude, that is a wicked ass thing. I cannot wait to put that together. It's gonna look like an AR-15, and all you need is your the guts out of a Ruger 1022. And I'm like, oh, by the way, this was supposed to be tan. And he's like, yeah, I know. What, you got black? And I'm like, yeah. So he's getting one rushed out because he knows that's going to be shipped out soon to its new owner. So again, you guys are interested in something, really just hats off to ATI. I mean the quality of their stuff and the fact that they listen to the market. I mean. For instance, you know, they've got the Scorpion grip. Well, they've got a new style coming out, and I'll be showing you that because I've had a chance to kind of demo it. Actually, it's kind of a between me and you and anybody that sees this. The one that they have in this new AR-22 kit is basically a kind of a scaled down version of their upcoming new generation for their Scorpion AR-15 grips, and they are. This is a nice. Turned into an ATI commercial, but you know, I give credit where credit is due. I deal with the people and the companies that are good. This has a the front. The front is textured and is going to be a solid, but this back palm swell area is actually a gel. I don't know if you can see that. It actually presses in, and that's obviously the 223 doesn't have a hell of a lot of recoil. But you want to shoot all day long. I mean, the fact that you know, this is all soft. It's just going to help with the fatigue. And I really like the way not only does it look, but honestly the way it feels, and really excited to get my hands on and show you guys their new generation. Or I think they're still going to be offering this one, but we'll have their other one along with it, and it basically incorporates all the best of this, but they kind of do away with the overly aggressive grip mounts. But yeah, so the not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. I'll have to talk to them. I'd kind of like to down the road to do some kind of a giveaway for them, just to, like I said, they've just ATI is just, I can't say enough good about them, and the quality and the attention to detail on this stuff. Most of it, I mean, I know there's going to be guys out there that are going to say, hey, I got the ATI Monte Carlo stock and I had to do this or I had to do that to it. Well, you know, the Mosin is, I have two of them and they're not alike at all. I wanted the stock from my round receiver, the sniper, oops, my sniper. I wanted to take that stock and actually use it with the hex because the round receiver stock was a lot nicer than the one that's on my hex. Can't do it. It doesn't look good. It's just it's the you know, they look like they were just like hammer forged by like some guy, and they drilled a hole through it. And I mean, crap, if you want to do a search out there, go look at that. That was my concern about having my my Mosin's barrel threaded for the competition brake I'm going to put on it. If I didn't mention, I just, spoiler alert. I've actually seen some still pictures of some of the Mosin barrels, and it is so obvious that the bore is not down the center of that steel. So yeah, you might have an issue if you get an ATI stock for your Mosin, because it seems like no two Mosins are identical. Me, I got lucky. A lot of people, what the problem is the clearance on the interrupter, and if it is pinched, it's not going to function right. Mine worked out okay, but when mine gets back from the gunsmith, it's still not going to be done. I mean, I'm going to show it to you guys before I start doing the work on it, but I'm not only am I free floating the barrel, but I'm bedding the action, and so yeah. Are you hovering? Yeah. Oh, and thanks, guys, for everybody that's responded on my question. Would you like to see me and Ms. Bomey together in a review, looking at some whiskey? She's like, no one's gonna want me to participate. And I was like, you guys have shown her so much love. It's awesome. And it's like, yeah, well, needless to say, I didn't count how many people said, yeah, you guys should do a whiskey review together. We'll do it, and I'm welcome to your feedback, but right now what I'm thinking about doing is I'd like to find, I know it's all up to interpretation, but what I'm thinking about doing is trying to find a good American whiskey, a good Canadian whiskey, and a good Irish whiskey, all about on the same playing field together, and we'll review all three at the same time. So that's the thoughts. So as a matter of fact, in the comments to this video, if you are partial to one or you have some information for me on the three of them, I'm off the top of my head, the Canadian is probably going to be Wiser. It's an 18-year-old version. I've had it before, and it's really good stuff. But I'm open to suggestions. I really like it that the 3 bottles aren't going to be like, you know, $200 or $300 to buy them. Like to make it somewhat reasonable, but still a higher end American, Canadian, and an Irish whiskey. If you have a suggestion, you know, I listen to you guys. If I can get a hold of it, you know, Jameson did a review on one, and sounded like the freaking shit was awesome, but it also turned out that it was a real limited run, and you pretty much had to know somebody, which he does, because he's a BF. He's a big fucking deal. Jameson. If you're not subbed to Jameson, you should really go check him out. He's just I'm sure he never mispronounces any of the German beers, Paul. Oh, I'm sorry. I could have just done this. Paul. Okay. Sorry, it's probably gone way long. Tomorrow, want to look at one of the ones from Joe, and we're gonna look at Galactica, an IPA from Clown Shoes. It's kind of funny. It just seems so weird to see a regular sized bottle because my guy, Andy, over at the Keyport, the only size that they have are those ones right there. So, another spoiler alert. Joe, want to thank you. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna open a bottle of Vampire Slayer. That's weird. Normally the phone never rings around here. So, let's look at this tomorrow. Yeah, it's all cool up until the gay ass shoes. You know, the mother company is Mercury Brewing Company. Now that just Galactica from Mercury Brewing Company. No, it's from Clown Shoes. Hee hee. Okay. Okay. Cut you guys loose. The ones that are still left. Thank you, Ed. And I almost hate to do it. I almost hate to I almost hate to open it, but I know the Vampire Slayer is one of those ones that could easily sit and age and probably get better. But I'm gonna go open one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go open one. I have to do it. So, okay, guys. Hope your Tuesday is working out for you. Mine's not really working out for me. So, but yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. If for some weird reason I don't do the review tomorrow, it's because I inquired. You know, granted, this is what I am doing now, but I inquired out of laziness what they would charge to install the dishwasher, and he's just like $150, and I'm like, really? Maybe I should start charging more. So, but we'll probably see you tomorrow because I'd really like to get to that sooner than later. So, okay, again, thank you, Ed. The link will be below if you're not subscribed already to Ed's channel. Go check out his 2 or 3 videos. But gotta keep the good guys encouraged to stay in it. So go check out Ed's channel, and we will see you tomorrow, and I'll let you know if the weather people were right or not on that 8 to 12 inches. So, or Heffy and Travis could probably fill you in too, but that's, it's probably more like 1.5 inches or 2 inches total. Actually to get. Never mind. I will see you tomorrow.